designed for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. That's John on the lead chair over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Our old friends, System of a Down, are here.
Olio.
John and Chavo both here from the band. We just, Chavo promised if he got drunk at dinner, he'd start speaking Armenian.
Babons.
During the course of the show. And
I'm having a tough time with my phone right now.
He's not disappointed.
Not at all.
We all went out for some lovely Armenian food before we came here tonight.
Refreshing.
Yeah. We talked to the guys about going out for some of their native food, Armenian food, and we'd been discussing it for a while, and we decided to finally do it this time. So we all met up about around 8 o'clock, ate a ton of food. Somebody paid for it. I don't know. John did. I'll tell you, it had to be expensive, and it was delightful.
This was happening, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Americans are a little freaked out by the Middle Eastern fare in general. It's not bad. It's all the stuff you know, just put in a little different shape.
Mm-hmm. But you got to know that the place we went wasn't a Middle Eastern place. It was an Armenian authentic place. So it was more like different. Eastern European, yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't like the casual, the Middle Eastern type of stuff you would have. It was
there wasn't the yogurt base, though.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, they like the yogurt over there. They like the lot of parsley and lemon and lots of good beef. Although
raw meat.
Although my Kafka didn't come until the very end of the meal when I was stuffed, but I had to shove a few in me anyway. But very delightful. Had some ouzo, which is sort of a licorice wine liqueur thing that was kind of nice, and a little champagne.
Little champagne?
Yeah, it was very nice.
Very the continental.
Very
Do you know
enjoyable.
That champagne wouldn't be called champagne unless it came from the province of Champagne?
Yeah, I do. Other than that, it's like sparkling wine, but we don't keep track of that stuff. We're going to hear something off of System of a Down's Toxicity CD, and probably a couple things off of that. And
we're playing the whole album, actually.
Do you want to impress the guys with your rendition of one of their songs?
I might sing along.
Yeah.
I might sing along.
It's very impressive.
I've heard about it. I've never heard about it.
I've done quite a bit of singing. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get fired up here. It's got it. Well, it really kicks in, when it kicks, that's when I kick. Drew jumps in, too, on this one, too. Every night we do this. This may be one of my new karaoke songs, by the way.
Oh, yeah, be nice. I think it's worthwhile, you think?
All right, let me focus now, would you please?
This is your command performance.
That's a big mug of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Sugar, mugger, pop, sugar, mugger, sugar, mugger.
There's no vocals yet.
You want to?
You want to? Sugar, mugger, sugar, mugger, sugar. Ah, sugar. Yep. Thank you.
Wait, it didn't happen yet.
I know, but that's the part where I sing because that's the break, and then we come out of the commercial, and we gotta get on with the show at that point. But we do a lot of singing. Shigga, mugga, mugga, shigga, mugga, mugga, shigga, mugga, mugga.
I don't know why we didn't invite you to guest appear on the album.
I should have laid down like a backing vocal somewhere. Anyway, well, System of a Down is going to be going to Australia and going to Europe. Right. So if you're listening to the show, there's probably not a great chance you can find them stateside for just a little bit. Although John was telling me they had a small tour
in February. Yeah, we're going to be, I think the closest we come to LA is Vegas.
Okay.
Which is Valentine's.
Which you already did.
No, it's coming.
Well, we're always in Vegas.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be like the House of Blues or something? Where are you going to be?
Hard Rock.
Oh, hey, that's what I meant, actually.
Where's House of Blues?
No, House of Blues.
Yeah, but I was thinking Hard Rock when House of Blues came out of my mouth.
That happens a lot.
That's what happens. We get older and you smoke pot. All right, let's go to the phones and speak to Lucas, who's 14. Lucas?
Hello?
Yep. Turn your radio down, goofball.
Oh, my bad.
What's up?
Hey, before I go on, I wanted to know if I could ask someone down question, because I didn't tell the phone screener that.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I on now?
Yeah, you're on now.
Oh, yeah. System down, I want to know why in your Chop Suey song you say, when angels deserve to die, and then you say Father later on in the song.
It's Father, why have you forsaken me? And it's lyrics coming from Serge. It's what was in his mind at the time. I don't know what was in his head, but it has its own interpretation for you and for him, I guess. So,
I remember last time these guys were on, somebody asked what the meaning of certain lyrics. I think it was this show. And Javo answered the same way, which was, it was in Serge's mind when he wrote it down.
Yeah, he wrote it down.
It came out of his head, he wrote it down.
And then he wrote it down, and then that's how he does most of the songs. You know, I can't really explain his lyrics because it's really hard. And Darren writes really good lyrics too at times, like the ones where you, on the album, that you can actually understand, where where there's like...
Mugga.
Shigga, those things. No, actually the ones that have like actual, like, you know what he's saying, you don't have to really go...
That's Darren.
At certain points. Mostly Darren, yeah. He's really good.
He has more of a straightforward style. That's what it is. Whereas Serge uses more metaphors and innuendo.
Hey, Lucas?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Dr. Drew if you think something's wrong with me, because when I see my parents make out, I'll start to get a wood, and I just want to know if it's just me or...
No way.
What are your parents, I mean, how into it are they getting in front of you?
No way.
No, when they just make out, when you use tongue and stuff. And
well, you watch your parents
tongue
make
in
out?
front of you? What is this?
No.
Yeah, they're just right there in front of me, before they go to work to say bye, and then just kiss, and then...
Well,
excuse me.
But here's the deal. Look, here's the deal. Your sort of conscious brain may not like this, but your more primitive brain doesn't know it's your parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There are parts of your body that can respond to these things just because they're sexual, and there are other parts of your brain that think, oh my God, what is this?
It's not your parents are making out before your dad leaves for work, is
I've
he?
never seen my parents make out like that. Never.
I don't think I've seen my parents kiss.
No, my dad was just as sexually disgusted by my mom as I was. and rightfully so.
Well, you guys had a $17,000 house.
17.5.
He moved into that house, Mike.
Yeah. Well, that was a step up.
Yeah, that's when he had to get out and get into that. Stepping out at that point.
Because as it turns out, John and myself lived just blocks apart growing up, pretty much. I mean, we were between the same busy streets, off of the same busy street,
think about
right?
it, though. But by the time John was living on those streets, you were living in a one bedroom with 5 guys.
Probably, yeah.
Bedroom with 5 guys.
Well, 4 guys. John, how old are you? How old are you now?
29.
Say.
Yeah, so I'm 7, 8 years older than you. So yeah, I may have been out of there by then. But and by the time John got into the neighborhood, that 17.5 house was probably worth
19.4.
19.4. I was gonna say 19.3, but yeah. Josh.
Hey.
You're 15. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Adam. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, System of a Down.
What's up?
Hey, I had a couple questions for you guys.
Yep.
First one is on the song Chop Suey. Was it originally titled Suicide?
That was its working title. What we did is, during the recording process, we had about 33 songs that we were contemplating recording, which we ended up recording, actually. And, we couldn't name it song number 1, song number 2, and then all the way up to song 33. We had to give it some kind of title. And that happened to be, a lyric that was in the song. So we're like, okay, that's what it's called for now. We had, Toxicity, as you know, it used to be called Version 7.0. And before that, what was it, Sushi Song? I don't know. We had so many names for these songs we don't even remember. But to answer your question before you ask it, no, we didn't change the name for any specific reason. We just wanted to change it to fit what we liked.
Okay, I think it's a cool name.
Cool, thank you.
Hey, also, are you guys still doing the video for Toxicity?
It's actually shot, and I just finished the edit today.
We're going to see it tonight, right?
Yeah, you guys are going to see it.
We're going to debut it tonight here.
That's right.
For Adam and Drew.
For me and Drew, none of you screwballs. Yeah, Shavo directed it. Shavo was editing it tonight before he came and met us for dinner, and he brought a copy with us. It's like a rough cut,
Very
basically,
rough cut.
right?
It doesn't have any effects, but it's actually like the edits that I chose finally.
Okay. All right, so we'll take a look at that.
Breaking it down.
During the commercial break, actually. Megan?
Oh, hi. I question. I am on antidepressants. First I was on Zoloft, and now I'm taking Celexa. And a lot of my friends do ecstasy, and I mean, I know, drugs are bad and all that, but if I do ecstasy, do I have a greater risk of it having a worse effect on me because I'm also on antidepressants, which are already increasing my serotonin?
It's an interesting question. Probably not, particularly probably not with Celexa. There is a theoretic possibility of developing something called a serotonin excess syndrome, which can be fatal. And it's the result of flooding your brain with serotonin. I've never seen that actually happen.
Right.
The main issue is, though, that you are depressed, you need antidepressants, and ecstasy can make that worse.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
What about the depression of not being able to do drugs? People don't talk about that, how depressing that can be for a young teen.
That's why she's on
all your
meds.
buddies partying, getting laid, thinking they can fly.
Rubbing
And
up
there
each
you
other.
are. There you are sitting around drinking a Yoo-Hoo. That's depression.
Well, I mean, my depression has never really gotten in the way of,
Your drug use?
Well, good. It's good.
Drinking and
It's nice to meet a young person with priorities.
Is it possible that your drug use is what's causing your depression? Because some people
lately, since I've been on the antidepressants, I haven't. I mean, I don't really do drugs, but I do drink, and I haven't drinking since I've been on the antidepressants. So, because I found that the alcohol really did have an effect on the depression. So, I haven't done it. But just in general, I mean, just sort of as a general question, I wanted to know about the ecstasy just because it is something that's around. And not like I have plans to do it, but just...
Yeah, you do. Why are you calling them?
Because it's possibility. I mean, it's all around me. It's
No,
there.
there's a lot of good... No, there's a good chance of you doing it. If you do it, be careful. Don't mix the drugs. Don't take them together. Because, one's a downer and one's an upper. You know that, right? And that might screw up your heart.
Marijuana is the flame, heroin is the fuse, LSD is the bomb.
Oh, my God.
That was good.
How about the Peter Fonda drop?
That was true.
Let's hear that.
Oh, wait, I like this one, too. You got it, Anderson?
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, wait, baby, let's go.
We're going to have a good time.
Sounds like a musical.
Oh, my God, that's great. I want that. I want to copy that.
That should be sampled.
That should be my phone answering machine. Fully. I want that, guys.
Open the video.
I want that.
Open the video
Open the video with that.
That's the new video.
Want to be free. Want to do.
Let's go.
I mean, the man stopping us.
We want to get loaded.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come on, Daddy-O. All right,
So don't do both at once? I mean, that's not good. I don't think
Well, there's actually some people... some people actually believe that taking a serotonin reuptake inhibitor before you take ecstasy may decrease the damage from ecstasy.
Really?
So there might...
Why would you want to do that?
Because they want to preserve their brain. But there is a theoretic risk, and there's also the fact that it could make depression that this woman already has worse.
Well, just know that ecstasy brings on depression in the future, not in the present. It's not something that happens right now. You'll be happy, you'll love it, and then in a few years, you'll understand what it's done to you.
We're going to have a party.
David?
Yeah.
You're 17?
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. Hey, Adam. Hey, Drew.
Hey.
David.
I was going to ask System of a Down a question about the LA riots you had in your free show.
Bring it.
Yeah, what were your guys' comments on this?
It sucked.
Well,
they
didn't
stole
let us
our
play.
equipment. They broke everything. It was pointless and stupid.
They took Serge's rug.
No, it wasn't his rug. It was our rug.
It was the fire
First of all,
they canceled it, right?
They took.
Well,
John's
explain the story. Reset it for people who aren't familiar with it.
Basically, we were going to have this free show to show our appreciation to our fans.
In Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Hollywood,
correct.
to be exact.
Right. Hollywood. And, we thought it'd be a really cool idea to do it. We haven't done like an outdoor show like that in a long time in LA, and, here it was. There wasn't enough security, I guess, and, too many people showed up. They were expecting like 4,000. I don't know why, but they were expecting like 4,000 people, and 10,000 showed up. So the fire marshal shut it down for safety reasons. And at that point, all hell broke loose, basically. It was a pretty sad occasion.
Were you guys ever in fear for your safety?
We weren't even allowed to go outside.
I was in fear of because I had my dad.
And we had family out there. That
my
sucked.
brother and all his friends in the crowd. So I had security go and get them out because they wanted us to leave. And I was like, I won't leave the area until my family and my friends are out of there. So I had security go into the audience, bring them out, and then I took. I got in the van.
How do they? You do like it's the hairy guy eating the baklava.
That's the guy
in the members only jacket.
No,
he's in his 50s.
Don't forget the OP shorts.
You should find him. He's the guy in the members only.
He's got the mustache
with the OP shorts. Yeah. He's in his 50s. He's wearing loafers with a tassel on it.
Well,
that's him.
The police actually threatened to arrest us if we went out there. We were going to go and just tell the crowd that we weren't going to be able to play and try to end it, peacefully and have the crowd dissipate. But
they aren't your fans anyway, man. I mean,
the people that were on the news actually that I saw that night didn't even know how to say our name. They're like, well, we're such big fans of System of the Down that, when they're not here, we get mad. System of the Down.
I like some of the...
2.5 years, man.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Some of the reporters had interesting ways of saying our name, though. What the hell was it?
You got some good versions of
System really
of the
good versions.
Sistema of Down. That was the cool one.
But I know it didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, but as the months and years wear on, isn't it a little bit of a feather in the camp of any band to have a free show and have too many people show up? I mean,
only because no one got seriously hurt.
Right. They estimate 3,000 or 4,000 people, 10,000 people show up. It's a good story for down the road. It's great. It's like, hey, we wish we could do another one.
Tell your grandkids that.
Yeah, we're too popular. It won't work.
But it could have been a lot worse. Somebody could have gotten killed. Then it wouldn't have been a story I would like to tell anyone. We were very lucky that no one got seriously injured.
Right.
And people should realize, some kids got arrested. We don't know how that's going to affect their lives in the future. Control yourself a little bit. You don't have to destroy things just because things don't go your way.
And one thing I do think of is how would the show have gone? Because there were so many insane people there. I think if we played, it would have been like the most amazing show.
It would have been a rad show.
And you guys, and John, they stole your drum kit?
Yeah.
I got really lucky. One of the, I don't know how it happened, but some kid got a hold of my snare. It was a very special snare because I used it to record this album.
Right.
And I have like a sad story. The whole all our equipment got stolen from the first album. So we had no mementos, the first album.
Right.
And now my whole drum set got stolen for the second album. So I had nothing basically.
Right.
I'm renting a kit for the next album, by the way. I'm not taking 3 times the charm. We're gonna rent this time. But I got the snare back actually last Friday.
How did you? Well, you had low jack on it or something?
Exactly.
Now, how do you... Well, first off, you really should. I do this with my tools. You take those engraving things and you just buzz your driver's license number in it in case it shows up at a pawn shop somewhere. But how much is a decent drum kit?
Well, I think the retail value of this kit was like $10,000.
Jesus Christ. And was your equipment out there and none of the other guys' equipment out there, or did everything get screwed?
No. I don't know why the drums got stolen. Probably it's because the hardest thing to put away is the drums. They could put away... other stuff got destroyed, like the amps and stuff got messed up, but the basses and the guitars, they had them put away.
Yeah.
Is there any insurance for that kind of thing? I mean, do you guys get compensated by your label or anything?
We do have it, not by our label, though. We do have insurance, but insurance pays only a part of it, and a lot of it doesn't really matter because it's not monetary. It's mostly like...
We had an emotional attachment to the
equipment. You're a musician, you're an artist, your bass, your guitar, your drum means something to you. It doesn't. It's not just that $2,000 toy that you bought. It's that.
I wanted to give that to my kids one day and be like, when I recorded this album, this is what I used to record. It's a piece of history.
We get free stuff, but some of the stuff that got jacked was not just the free stuff. It was like important stuff.
And it's priceless to us. It's not like something you can...
Right. No, I imagine
bill to the insurance company.
What a baseball's worth after it's hit over a fence as opposed to what it cost at Big Five.
Well, it's
that's good, Drew. That's good.
Thousands of dollars for that baseball.
I think the whole band altogether, what was it, 65, 70,000?
Something like that. In damages.
Just really? Really?
The band itself, the whole band.
Holy crap.
Because I saw on the news, I went back to my room afterwards, my hotel room, and I was watching the news, and it was showing the live coverage, and it showed this girl with a hammer. It was our hammer that was in his drum tech's case, right? In Sacco's case. And
I don't know why you got a hammer.
She had the hammer in her hand, and she was just whacking my rig. And it was like, I could see the gray case, because that's what I use, the gray ones. And she was whacking at the whole... What's crazy look on her face. Like, what? Just like that. Just like that.
It was kind of funny, though, because she could barely lift the hammer to strike down.
But she was doing...
And it would be like, I don't know, me hitting you with this empty water bottle, on the head. That's what it looked like.
I'll tell you, I think it's that, I don't know if Drew, if you've ever done this, but I've been caught in a van with a whole bunch of people around it going nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this weird mob mentality that takes over. And alone, there's not a criminal in the group. Together, they're all felons.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a weird frenzy thing that when you
Adrenaline
you get caught up in it, and it's a real scary situation. All right, well, everyone turned out.
That's why when Adam was caught in that kind of situation, hundreds of people surrounding the van, he told the driver to step on it.
Well, look, one of the guys, guys started punching the window. I said, roll the window down. I said, I'll hit this guy with a hook if this guy comes around. And I just said, look, if you're stupid enough to stand in front of a van and bounce up and down and start yanking on the windshield wipers, I said, look,
you should get hit.
This is Darwin at its best. Start going, baby.
I agree with him.
I don't feel sorry for anyone who gets run over. I mean, I don't want to kill any college kids, but listen, I told them, start moving. And the deal is they'll move. Don't you worry.
Well, when the crap hit the fan, they marshaled us into this van, and I'm telling you, I felt like the president or something because this guy was not stopping for anything.
Yeah, that's
and I'm talking not other cars.
No, he was going.
Could be
red lights.
He was
out.
There could be a wall of flame in front of us, and we were going through it. Nothing was stopping us.
Wow.
I felt like the Rodney King. That guy that got beat up, the white dude. What's his name?
Reginald Denny.
Yeah, you know how that was. I was like, if that was me, I was just driven on their asses. He had a big old 18-wheeler, right? Why'd he stop and look out the window?
Probably didn't know what was going on.
That's exactly how I felt. That's how it was. That's how the whole scene was over there.
All right. Well, like I said, a tragedy, but a feather in the cap of System of a Down. Maggie?
Yeah.
You're 30?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second, would you?
Okay.
So we got to go to break here.
Wow, it's been 20 minutes already.
Yeah. See, time flies. We're talking about riding.
Yeah, so are the bowels right now.
John and Shava are both here from System of a Down. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is John Favreau, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
What happened over there?
I don't know.
Something weird. But we're back.
Oh, all right. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's the late Dr. Drew.
Hey, I want to hear you sing another song of ours.
Shava, okay, hold on.
Can you hear you sing Bounce, maybe?
Yeah. Shavo and John are both here from System of a Down. Toxicity is the name of the CD. I think what we'll do is we'll take a call. I could back this band up.
Bring it, yeah.
You know what I would play in the band is I would balance you guys with that hollowed out fish.
There you
that I dragged my number 2 pencil on.
Oh my God.
Where's he get this stuff?
That hollowed fish.
I wish
I do a solo in the middle of the song.
I really do wish we had a microphone on you the whole dinner that we had tonight because there's some classic moments that we should have.
Well, I couldn't talk too much. I was busy eating.
You like the sausage?
Yeah,
sujuk. That's what
big into the sauce they bring. I like anything where they light it up.
Sausage.
They put the.
He likes the Armenian
I've
sausage.
always had a hankering for Armenian sausage.
Sterno.
They pour the sterno in the bottom of the pot, and the guy lights it up, and it's flaming there. And then I don't know Armenian etiquettes. I didn't want to blow it out or take it off before the flame had gone out.
I didn't know either.
We didn't know what the hell was going on. To be honest,
I was waiting for it to go out.
Well, very solid. We had ourselves a lovely Armenian dinner with System of a Down tonight, and now we're back in the studio. We just made it on time, and here's something.
Hasn't hit yet, by the way.
Here's something off the CD. Yeah, Drew couldn't eat a couple of the things because would give him the gas, right?
Well, it's gas and sick.
Really?
It'd definitely be Sofa City for you if you hit that tonight. Sofa City?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where you'd be sleeping tonight.
Oh, yeah.
More like Toilet City.
Well,
it's high comedy, but yeah.
We'll speak to Chelsea. And let me just kiss System of a Down's ass for a second. Boy, every call we've gotten up here has been for System of a Down. Place was, and it really takes, I mean, Drew, how often is there anyone waiting out in the parking lot to talk to a band on this show?
Rare.
It's fairly rare. And even when a guy like Ozzy comes in here, there's 15 people standing out there. System of a Down had
700 people
more
out there
people
right
than
now,
Ozzy.
There was 10,000
people.
John's drum kit got stolen.
There was a riot going on outside.
Right now they're jacking my mom's car that I brought.
Close the door.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
you're 17?
Yeah.
What's up?
I've been taking, like, birth control, and I missed it for 3 days. And then, like, me and my boyfriend had sex during that 3 days. And, like, I missed my period, so could I be pregnant?
Yep. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Scary, huh? How old are you?
And also, I just have to say, oh my God, like, Shavo, you're like, oh my God, you're the love of my life, I swear to God.
Thank you.
That's all I have to say.
Would you be willing to raise her child?
Yeah, exactly.
How old are you?
17.
You shouldn't be having kids at 17.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be getting pregnant at 17.
So what are you going to do, Chelsea?
I don't know. I don't know,
Let me interpret. That was her question, so she could talk to Shavo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's not so... But I believe her. You don't believe her?
I don't believe her.
Oh, okay.
I believe her.
Chelsea, are you making this up?
No.
Nah. Come on.
I'm not.
Okay.
All
right. So, Chelsea, go into Planned Parenthood or something and get a pregnancy test, all right?
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I love you.
See what I'm
I
saying?
love you, Shavo. You're
Ooh. What's the F word?
Do you,
No, I still think she missed her period and did her thing. Here's the point. There's a lot of young people prioritize. I mean, a kid is something we can all have, but speaking to Shavo, it's a once in a lifetime situation.
I get excited when I talk to you.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I remember Shavo showed up late for dinner, but there was a sort of nervous anticipation waiting for him to show up.
An energy when he walked in.
The place lit up like a Christmas tree.
And they wouldn't make his chicken sandwich.
No, they wouldn't. Could you believe that? They would not make the chicken sandwich.
The band started playing a song when he came through the door.
It was that Elvis song.
Armenian
right?
Elvis.
The Armenian Elvis.
Help, falling in love with you. Yeah, and then Shavo was outraged. And wait, what was your buddy's name who made a trip to the kitchen?
Jack.
That I'll tell you that. You see, that's a risky move because that's a power move. When you do that, you're talking to the waiter, and they go, "Nah, sorry, we don't do that."
He came up lame,
and you go. It's a ballsy move, but it's a risky move. Where you go. Let me go in the kitchen. I'll talk to him. And then you go in the kitchen and you come back dragging your tail. He told me to F myself.
Tried and he couldn't do it.
He said if my daughter came in and wanted a chicken sandwich, I'd tell her to F herself.
You know what he should have done is he should have ordered it to go.
To go, and we would have gotten it.
And then brought it back in. Because then you cover up for your inadequacy.
Right. We wanted, the guys wanted the famous chicken sandwich, but the management didn't want to see people eating sandwiches in their classy joint. So there was a little problem.
It's a little too hoity-toity tonight.
All right. Should we hear something from System of a Down?
Sure.
Yeah, I thought we just did. You want to play it again?
We'll take one more call, then we'll hear a System of a Down song. Maggie?
Yeah.
You're 30?
Yes.
What's up?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Dr. Drew.
Maggie?
Alka-Seltzer for you tonight.
No, I'm okay.
He didn't eat it. He didn't eat the sausage. But I took a bite of it, and we did like a French kiss thing. I think he might have got some of it.
He passed some to me.
Yeah.
Adam, you'll be smelling it for days.
Yeah, you will.
Yes, you will.
Worth it. And listen, I'm going home with the stuff we brought back,
Yeah,
too.
we brought 4 actual containers.
I'll take it. Can I take it?
It's all yours.
House is
Great.
Smell.
Best
Fine.
stuffed grape leaves ever had.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, Maggie?
So first, I just want to say to the band, Atskednit Luis,
Oh, thank you.
being the #1 band on K-Rock and so popular nationwide. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And my question is actually for the band. I wanted to ask about their influences and their background for their music, what inspires them.
Well, I'd like to say life in general because all of us have something to do with the band, and Darren writes a lot, and Serge write words, and we write a lot of other things. It's mostly life because we listen to all types of music, and it's not like I can't say Kiss or metal or jazz because we've listened to it all, and it's life that influences us to write music.
You even have a little Armenian in there, right?
Just a little bit, yeah. That's from our parents.
And that's all good.
Mm-hmm.
So any chance that you guys will play a show out in the Soviet Armenia when all the action dies down?
That's a possibility for the future. We really haven't thought about it yet. We don't know what's happening, but let's take care of the world.
How's System of a Down over there? I mean,
there's a lot of
are you
bootlegging.
heroes? And
It's all bootleg stuff, though.
In Armenia,
in
actually,
Armenia, yeah.
because our singer visited Armenia recently, and he told me that obviously they don't have a lot of money over there, and they're still rebuilding after communism and all that. But there is a movement, a lot of the kids know of us, and he actually got recognized. And I think for him, it was more spiritual than anything else, just going back to, our homeland, basically.
Well, taking a dump is more spiritual for him than anybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, thanks, Maggie.
Thanks.
Well, we were this close to having a nice moment there. Then Shavo had to ruin it with his cramp humor. Total turnoff. Ooh.
Sorry.
Well, whatever.
Get that boy a diaper.
Too late now, dude. Well, let's hear something from System of a Down off of Toxicity.
Is that a gallon of
This
tea?
one is called Needle. System of a Down. John and Shavo are both here from the band. We're going to watch a new video from System of a Down. I don't know, when would this thing hit TV? I mean, if we just got a rough cut here that Shavo just finished editing.
Yeah, I think it begins airing on the 15th, I do believe.
Okay, so that's just
January?
Yes, January 15th.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to go get a sneak preview, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla, that's Dr. Drew. John and Shavo are both here from System of a Down.
Upstairs, downstairs, baby.
It's the name of the CD. Just had a funny conversation. Drew was... John from System of a Down was and is into comic books and made his living selling these things and trading these things. And I was just talking to Drew about comic books, a decent way to get your kid to start reading. And he was telling me about his kids. And I thought, as every conversation eventually distills down to me complaining about my childhood, especially when I hear about his kid's great childhood. And I was saying, when we were kids, you could watch cartoons Saturday morning, but then that was it. You were screwed for the rest of the week, and at night you had to sit around and watch Maude with your mom at age 7.5, which didn't make a whole lot of sense, and it wasn't funny. But I was saying to Drew, yeah, we'd watch Saturday morning cartoons, and then at night you'd be watching Upstairs, Downstairs on Masterpiece Theater, narrated by Alistair Cook. And John walked in, and he said, Upstairs, Downstairs, man, that's great. I got that on tape. And I was thinking, he's got some PBS Masterpiece Theater on tape? This doesn't sound like John. And he goes, Seika's in that. She's blowing this dude.
Through a door.
Through a door. Yes, he does.
I thought we were going to avoid it this time, but I guess it always comes back.
He knows how to please in every detail.
John's porno habits.
Oh, my God.
He can do more than you'd ever imagine, and do it with style. He does it with me. Oh, yes, he does. I know that you thought that you knew him. Yeah, this could be like a 13th cut on the CD.
Cover.
But you don't.
Oh, this would rock Faith out of the water.
He only reveals what he wants you to see, and then shows it all. And when he does, he satisfies me.
Now that's a song.
Hey, but a lot of people don't know the history with System of a Down in this song.
Oh, well. All right, wait, big crescendo. You'd want him to if you only knew. Well, what happened with this movie, and this is where the love affair with System of a Down began, is I did not have a VCR, but my buddy the Wheeze had one. And this is not when I was 15, but I was 18 or 19. But it was still exciting, the idea that somebody had nudity on the, in the form of a cassette, and I could rewind it and watch it over and over again. It was amazing to me. And I used to go up to his house, and he had Taboo too. So it's like your first girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Fully.
It's like the songs you used to listen to in junior high and why you'll always like them.
Good memories.
And then I had, and then I
good memories.
Then I'd missed my Taboo 2 for many a year,
like 20 years.
Yeah, hadn't seen it for 15 or 20 years, and somehow found out that John had Taboo 2, and not only had it, but had an extra copy for me. And I cut out of the show about a half hour early.
I ran the hell down to North
one
Hollywood.
night.
Playing poker.
I got on the phone. And I think I finished up the last couple calls on the 405 freeway and got Taboo 2 from John. And there's quite a great soundtrack on that. It's it's not only he's got it all, but there's the good bass line one.
It's a fat bass.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and then there's one more. What's the other good one in
Part
that?
3 has like this rock disco band, and they got like 5 songs.
That'd
on
be
there.
great to write music.
It's amazing.
for scenes. You know,
You guys
for
really
old school
should
scenes,
cover. Well, what is the one other one from Taboo 2 that I can't
Come on,
remember?
John, you got to remember that one.
I don't know.
The
All right.
song?
I wrote those two.
Yeah.
You sicken me.
Yeah, it's going to come to me, and then when I start up, you guys are going to jump right in. Believe me. Colin,
Yeah,
you're 15.
yeah.
What's up?
I just want to say, first of all, Adam.
Hold on. Ooh, baby, I wanna be.
Yeah, I know that one.
That's the one.
All right.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that's a hot tune. Yeah, that's good.
15.
Colin, yeah,
Gotta
sorry.
get it on.
Gotta get it on. Gotta get it on. I know it sounds bad when we say it.
What's wrong with
Gotta
us?
get it.
It's a
wrong
hot
with us,
tune.
dude?
You can't even sing it. It's so good.
We're warped.
We're not doing it justice. You need like Elton John over here with a piano and stuff.
Colin.
Colin,
Yeah,
what's up?
yeah. Listen, I just want to say, first of all, Adam and Drew, you rock. I listen to your show every night.
Thank you.
And second of all, System of a Down, you rock 10 times more.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah. They
Adam and Drew rock.
Really. I mean, I could listen to your CD 20 times and not get bored of it.
Awesome. Man.
Thank you very much, dude.
That's really cool.
I really hope that you guys continue making your music and putting out more CDs.
I hope we do too, man.
I bought 3 of your CDs just so you get the support of the money.
Thank you so much, man. You're
Wow,
awesome.
man. Thank you, but you don't have to do that. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, no, we don't need to make the record company any richer.
It's great, dude.
No, just kidding.
No, we're
Anyway,
not kidding.
I feel bad I lied to your screener because that's all I had to say. I made up some bull story just to talk to System of a Down.
All right.
Yeah,
That's all right. That's fine with us.
Well done.
Yeah, did a good job.
Cheers.
What name is that? Ganga?
Chilio.
Ganga?
Ganga?
It's Ganga.
Ganga.
Our girlfriend's getting their
I called
tattoos.
before. I don't know. You made fun of my name before too, but
All right. Well, I won't do it this time.
okay. I just wanted to first say, System of a Down, you guys are really, really talented. One of my favorite bands. I'm sure everybody says that, but it's true.
Thank
and
you.
I bought stickers. I have CDs. I have everything of yours.
But do you have the life-size doll of John?
Is that for
That's
real?
not out
Of
yet.
course it's for real.
Where do you buy those?
At Hot Topic.
Cool. I go there all the time and never saw it, but yay.
It's in the
Anyways,
corner.
Yay.
okay. My question is, I have an older sister. She's 21, and she has a boyfriend that's really, really abusive. I mean, he's been with him for like 6 years, and he hasn't hit on me recently, but he hit on me like a couple years ago.
Is he using drugs or alcohol?
Yes, he is definitely heavily into pot and drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, and he hits her because I've seen bruises and stuff. My dad says, "Oh, she deserves it" or something.
Your dad says that?
Yeah, he said it because I guess she can make everyone in the family really mad. She gets kind of angry and stuff. But anyways, just
Wow.
like I know I've always told her. He says mean things behind her back to me and like hits on me and he cheats on other girls and she knows all this, but she just won't break up with him. My whole family is like, we hate her relationship with him. But
Well, it was such a great model in dad. I mean, I can understand why she'd...
He deserves
Give me a chicken pot pie, woman.
With, do they have any kids?
no,
Oh, good.
no.
Good.
Hope not.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they did soon. I mean,
All right. So what's the question?
I want to know how to get through to my sister, like make her out of this, horrible relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you can.
It's tough when they're into it.
I think the more you try to get her out of the relationship, the less likely she is to get out of the relationship.
Yeah, I've tried. I mean, I've stopped trying. I tried at first. Like,
If anything, it's going to ruin your relationship with your sister.
Yep.
that's
I think what
already
you
gone.
should do personally,
Yeah.
what I would recommend is you just try to give her as much support as possible and advise her without giving her advice to break up, to break
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
No, you know what? Sort of make her understand what's happening to her and that it's wrong. and let her make the decision of leaving him.
And the only thing you know so far is that drugs and alcohol are involved in this in a substantial way.
Yeah.
And you can't change him, but you can certainly help her in dealing with that issue and maybe get her to an Al-Anon meeting and get a sponsor and work some steps. And maybe the two of them can actually work this thing out. Maybe the guy's treatable. But if she starts changing and growing, he'll freak out and it'll motivate him to make some changes too.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, you know what you need to do though?
Yeah.
You may piss her off, but you need to make sure she's using birth control, because you need to say, look, whether you're going to be with this guy forever or not, I don't know. He doesn't seem like a great father, and you don't seem like you're in a position right now where you'd make a great mother. And why have that permanent bond between the two of you?
Yeah.
In case you change your mind down the road. And it's hard to change your mind when you have a kid.
Speaking of birth control,
I just encourage her to, ask her if she's on the pill or what she's doing, and just encourage her at least not to get pregnant, and then you can buy yourself some time and possibly have a drifter kill this guy.
Speaking of birth control, I've started getting a few calls for emergency contraceptive from pharmacies around, and I still think, why can't we find a way to create a network where on this show we could just say, hey, go to XYZ pharmacy, use my name or some network of physicians' name. That's it. 24/7. Pow. We know where you can get this stuff.
That's smart.
I don't understand the part where it's going to be you can get it without a prescription, but yet they need a doctor's name or referral.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know.
But why couldn't they use, Dr. Bellows from
because the doctor has
I Dream of Jeannie?
He has to agree to it, apparently.
They have to have his name somewhere?
Yes, and my point is, hey, I agree to it. I agree. Go ahead, guys. Enjoy.
Use the name Drew.
But so Drew agrees, but you're not on file at these places.
Well, some of them have national networks of physicians, and so they just look me up and get my numbers, and that's that.
Is it possible that you can have some kind of side effect or bad allergic reaction and just want someone responsible?
Well, it's more, it's not so much side effect because of the many millions of emergency contraceptive prescriptions. There's not been one significant side effect other than vomiting, not one serious effect. What I think they want is to make sure there's somebody responsible for following up and making sure they're not using this as a birth control routinely. They're just using it as an emergency backup method.
All right, so how do you get on file with all these places? That's the question.
Still waiting for a call from the California Medical Association.
All right. So, but even now, could they just try? Would they look you up?
Yes, some people are doing it. I get calls. I had several calls from my office, a pharmacist saying, hey, can we use your name? Yes, that's the answer. I told my staff. Yes.
All right, so if you're a young person who's listening, wants to get this, you can go to a pharmacy and drop Drew's name, and they'll go, wait a minute, is that dude who sold out to Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? I know that cat.
You needed his.
He hung with that cool dude on Loveline for a while.
You need my last name, which is Pinsky, Pinsky.
Okay, use the Drew Pinsky name, and we'll be back with System of a Down after this. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. System of a Down is in the studio tonight. John and Chavo are both here from the band. Toxicity is the name of the CD. The new video should be hitting MTV on the 15th, was it?
You are correct.
That's what they tell us, but I'm not sure.
So what's the hell's the date today?
10th.
Couple less than a week.
That'll be the day we leave for Australia, actually.
Yep. So we'll never see it.
Well, they got MTV over there, don't they?
They got something over there.
They got MTV everywhere? I mean, when you're traveling around?
Well, usually when we're in Europe, we always get CNN. That's like a guarantee.
BBC.
I just remembered we're going to have to go to Europe again and deal with the TV there. It's really bad.
The TV's bad there?
It sucks.
Why don't they just have satellite everywhere?
Well, I'm sure they do, but they don't have it in the hotel rooms.
Nobody has it, right? They get it.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, you were giving me some grief about selling out to daytime television before the break.
Right.
I just thought of something. Just 3 words. Caught red-handed.
Yeah, I just did voiceover for that show.
Yeah. Were there other voices?
There were the voices of the Stooge actors.
Yeah.
Around
Okay.
All right. Well, I did that for the bread.
Yeah, I know, man.
Voices are good. Man. I wouldn't mind doing some voices.
You haven't seen the show, obviously.
I guess not.
What
There's
is
nothing.
caught red
The word "good" doesn't apply to it in any way.
I'll tell you now. I just have to tell the story very quickly. It was this crappy like UPN show, and I mean, it was just a junky show where they hide cameras and play jokes on people, and they wanted me just to do the voiceover, and they were going to pay me a lot of money, and I could do it from the studio, and all I had to do was show up to the studio like an hour early, like twice a week, and make a boatload of money. So I said, fine. And the producer of the Man Show, who is a real stickler for this stuff, he said, "Are you high? You can't do that." I said, "Why not?" He said, "You're going to get a reputation as a hack. People are going to know it's you, and you're going to lose your credibility." I said, "No one's going to know it's me. I'm not. It doesn't say starring Adam Carolla, and I don't say my name on it. All I do is the voiceover." He says, "You'll see." I said, "Please, you're just jealous because I'm making some money, and it's no big deal." Well, 2 weeks later, there's this big ad, not a big ad, but a big half-page picture of me looking fat and ugly in the New Yorker or New York Times or something, and it says, "Carolla embarrasses himself" in big letters. And my buddy Daniel, the producer, warned me not to do it, naturally got hold of it, made about 300 Xeroxes of it, pasted it all over the office. And because I'm always the last one into the office, I walked in to find a wallpapering of Carolla embarrassing himself, and then read the review, and it was if I'd produced the show, written the show, conceived the show. It was like, I mean, how? But Drew, how? I understand this is why you can't do crap, but certainly the people that review these shows have to have a little more savvy than to think the guy does the VO, the guy does the voiceover, produces the show and writes the show and creates the show, don't they?
Obviously not, but I guess I pushed a little button here.
Is the show that bad?
All right.
No, is it that bad? I don't know what show this is.
It was fair.
It was that bad.
Is it still out? Did you still see it?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't even working on the show then, but I was embarrassed to be working in the same building.
It's never heard. Oh,
that's the last time we cut you in for a taste.
Oh,
Anderson was there. Anderson, you were recording that stuff, weren't you?
That wasn't me.
Oh, all right.
Like I said, I didn't even work on the show, but I was embarrassed.
You're
to work in the
embarrassed?
same building.
Okay, thanks, bud. Zach?
Hey, what's going on?
You're 18. What's up?
I just want to say, mad show. It's a great show.
Thank you.
If you were a king, it'd be very cool.
Thank you.
But my question is for System of a Down.
Here they are.
Okay. My friend, he brought a CD over to my house that was basically a bunch of illegally acquired songs.
Uh-huh.
And
Zelda?
The Legend of Zelda theme came
Wrong.
on here.
It's not ours.
And he said, "This is System of a Down." I was wondering if it was really you.
I knew he was going to bring it up. Did you hear me say Zelda? Okay, clear it all up. Legend of Zelda song on Morpheus or on Kaza or on any of those download programs is not us. That is not our song. We did not do that. That's someone who is trying to sound like Serge, and it's probably some kid in his room with one of those new computer programs writing a track and releasing it as System of a Down. It's not us.
The game's cool, though.
Yeah, the game is really cool. I finished it when I was 13.
Yeah, but it did sound like a lot like you, but I wasn't quite sure. But thank you for clearing that up.
No, it's just this dude that rolls his R's like Serge, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, well, I love the new CD also. It's great.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. Let's talk to Christina, who's 16. Christina?
Hello.
What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
I have a kind of a little problem that could be bigger.
Okay.
I'm 9 weeks pregnant. And
You mean will be bigger.
Right.
yeah. But I have parents that are very strict. I grew up in a Catholic house, and they would disown me. And I don't believe in abortion. And I am lost and confused and don't know what to do.
You're 9 weeks pregnant?
Yeah.
Is adoption something you consider doing?
Yeah, but then I'd have to tell them.
Well, if you're not going to get an abortion, you're going to have to tell them, right?
Right.
Well, would they freak out more over an abortion? Not that they're going to find out, but just hypothetically, would they be more against an abortion or you being pregnant?
Me being pregnant.
You think so, huh?
I know so.
Are they aware that you have sex?
But you're against abortion.
I'm not sure. Yes, I am.
Who's the father?
Boyfriend.
And how old is he?
16.
Does he have any thoughts about this?
He's 16.
Actually, I haven't told him yet.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, do you think he would get freaky if you wanted an abortion or if you wanted to give the kid up for adoption?
I think he would rather go for abortion because I don't know that he's ready to be a dad yet.
He's not.
But what about adoption?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him about that.
Well, if she does the adoption thing, she's obviously going to have to tell her parents.
Sure.
So you have two options. It's get the abortion and never let your parents find out unless they're big fans of the show. But I'm guessing they're in bed rubbing their rosary right now and getting ready to saw logs. So they're not. I mean, they won't find out about it. Or tell them about it, see the kid all the way through, and then give the kid up for adoption. On the other hand, what if the parents, because this is their grandkid, says, don't give the kid up for adoption, and then what rights do they have?
Does she want to have the kid, or is she just afraid of telling her parents? That's the main thing right here.
I'm afraid of telling them.
Okay, but do you want to have the kid?
I grew up without a mom because she was 17 when I was born.
Okay.
And I don't know.
All right, you've made the decision to get pregnant, all right, which wasn't a decision, but it was because you did it. You had sex.
You're sort of hell-bent on recreating your family of origin problems.
Right.
Well, what about your mother? Do you know her?
No, not really.
So you were adopted?
I live with my dad and my stepmom.
And your mom was 17, but how old was your dad then back then?
24.
Who? So your dad was in his early 20s when he knocked up your 16-year-old mom?
Yeah.
Back then it was cool.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was that Jerry Lee Lewis era. And so how have things been with your stepmom and your dad?
I hate my stepmom and I love my dad more than anything in the world.
And what about your biological mom? Do you ever see her?
No, she was on drugs and all that crap, and she's a typical 17-year-old girl that likes to party.
Okay. Well, the acorn doesn't fall too far from the tree, as they say.
Why do you hate your stepmom?
I just don't like her. I never have.
Most people don't. A lot of people don't like their step-parents because if you had to... here's what I'm saying. Parenting is a tough job, and it's not going to win you any fans. You know what I mean? It's pretty much, especially when you have a young girl, you're telling her, don't do this, don't do that. And you can take it from your blood because there's a bond there. But when there's no bond, then it's just some a-hole living with you telling you what not to do.
Well, and you're more resentful because who do you think you are, my mom?
Right. And they're resentful because it's like, hey, your druggy mom flew the coop. I'm over here trying to do what I can, and you hate my guts?
Are there any other... Do you have any brothers or... Do you have any siblings at all?
I have a stepbrother, a half-brother, and a half-brother that's on my biological mom's side.
Oh, I swore she was going to say three-quarter brother.
Well, there's really nothing we can really tell you to do besides, I mean, if you want to have it and you don't believe in abortion, then you got to bite the bullet and tell your dad and have the kid and seriously grow up. Or you got to have the abortion and, bite the bullet in that way, in that sense, I guess.
And what do you think, Christina? If you had this kid, do you think you'd be emotionally open to giving it up for adoption?
I think if I thought about it for a long time, yes.
Okay, well, I think what you're going to have to do is head over to a place like Planned Parenthood and sit down with somebody over there and figure out your options.
And if I did choose the abortion side, is there a way that they could find out?
No.
Your parents?
Yeah.
No.
I don't see how.
No. God would know, but your parents aren't going to know.
Nope.
But God's all forgiving.
But
unless you don't believe in him, and then he kills you. But anyway.
But I think adoption is like twice as bad, I think, because then you got to go through the 9 months of carrying the baby, then you got to give birth to the baby, and you feel so attached to the baby, then you got to give it away.
Right.
That's like 10 times worse for me.
Yes, it's a painful thing, but it's
But the argument is that you're bringing some... It was meant to be that she got pregnant. This is the argument that I'm making. Just to be devil's advocate.
She should take care of it then.
But taking care of it means getting the child to parents that are prepared to be a parent.
True.
And it's very painful for the biological parent, but on behalf of the child, make that sacrifice.
Yeah, you have to think selflessly.
But if someone can't make the decision between getting an abortion because she doesn't want to tell her parents, then
I don't think a
that's not- that
16-year-old
doesn't
girl is capable of making that kind of decision. I think she definitely needs to go and talk to someone.
Yeah.
fully.
If there is a family member outside of your immediate family that you can trust with this,
go there.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. At least you have a relationship and you can feel comfortable talking to them.
Right.
Or, you know, if one of your really good friends has, you know, if you trust one of their moms, go and talk to them and get their advice if you trust them.
All right, and again,
and don't have any more.
Right,
use birth control,
and also, yeah, the morning after pill would have been something that had it
9
been
weeks
more
ago.
more readily available, probably used here. But
Do we have a 9 weeks later pill? Is there anything? No.
Go down to Planned Parenthood and
Well, there is,
talk
actually.
to
There
these
is.
people. You know how guys? I was just thinking about these like big moral dilemmas. Guys would settle this with like a rock paper scissor or something. I mean, eventually, when it really just gets down to that, don't guys like get
Flip
out
a
a deck
coin?
of cards or something?
Yeah, play a game of poker.
We always take out a deck of cards.
Right. All right. Let's talk to Trevor, who's 15. Trevor?
Yeah.
What's up?
First of all, I'd just like to say Sisters Are Down. Awesome. Awesome band.
Thank you.
And Drew?
Hmm?
Yeah, you need to realize that without Adam,
Yeah.
nobody would listen to the show.
That's right.
That is right. And Man Show?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, buddy. All right. Did you make up your call?
No, I did not make up my call.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I'm bisexual, and I want to tell my parents,
That's why, Drew.
but I don't know how to.
Really? A bisexual guy into System of a Down and the Man Show.
And then
A lot of range for a bi guy. All right. And have you
Drew's
ever,
the only straight one.
you ever been with a guy?
Yeah.
You have.
Mhm.
All right. And have you been with a girl?
Yeah.
And you like them both?
Bisexual.
Yeah.
And
how old were you when you first had sex?
I haven't had sex yet.
Okay, wait. You just said you've had sex with a girl and a guy, but you said you haven't
No,
had
I've
sex.
been with a girl and a guy.
What's
I
being
bisexual?
with? What's being with a girl and a guy? What do you mean by being? Like kissing, holding, what?
Yeah, like
Kissing and
Going out
holding.
with them.
Going out with them. But you haven't had sex yet. How old are you?
15.
Okay, good that you haven't had sex.
Do you like gladiator movies?
Gladiator?
Have you ever seen a girl man naked?
let me ask a hypothetical here.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Would you rather, I'm going to ask it, Drew, I ask this every once in a while. I know my answer. I would rather blow a guy for 30 seconds than seriously tongue make out with a guy
No,
for,
you wouldn't, dude.
for 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so. There's the stigma of blowing, but ultimately less intimate. I think if he promised not to come in my mouth.
Oh my God! I don't want to be a part of this one. Hold on.
You've got a whole thing about kissing that you won't watch kissing porn films.
Ooh.
Oh my God!
No, don't you think making out with a guy with tongues would be just, I don't know.
I don't think about
more
either one of
nauseating?
those things.
You don't?
No.
But now I'm forcing you to think
Now
about
you
it.
are, and I just want to leave the show.
15 seconds of BJ or 10 minutes of making out passionately.
I don't think.
I'd say you go to 15
I don't
seconds.
look at that as a win-win situation.
No, it's not.
Pretty much a lose-lose for me.
That's right. That's
Whatever
right.
your sexual preference is your business.
I take a gunshot in the head.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
Hey, Trevor.
Is there a C? Like a choice C? Like maybe crippling pain? Or
A root canal? A root canal getting a wart out of your foot?
Planner's ward.
Fanner's wart out of your
some laser surgery?
Hey, Trevor.
Yeah.
You want to tell your folks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
but why?
Well, I'm pretty sure they won't care, and I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of hiding it from them.
Do they not pay attention to you?
No, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to tell them? You like guys and girls?
Yeah.
Maybe you should figure out whether you like guys and girls.
But there's some people that like both, I guess. I don't know, man.
Well, do you love your parents?
Yeah.
And you respect them, and they've been good to you?
Mhm.
And your dad's good?
Yeah.
Would anyone flip out if they found out you were bi?
Well, I don't know. My mom's kind of getting into the born again thing recently,
Oh, here we go.
but she used to be bisexual when she was younger.
I see.
That's why.
It's payback time now.
Yeah, because
Mama.
you'll be in the born again soon.
There's a little payback here.
Yeah.
Hi, Mommy. I'm gay.
What's that?
What was that again?
No, I said I always thought that it was really cool that she was bisexual. It's not really payback time.
Okay. And your dad, how would he take it?
I don't think my dad would care so much, but it's still, kind of nervous.
Why do you think he wouldn't care? open-minded.
If they won't care, why bother telling him?
He actually met my mom at a gay bar.
So they're all bisexual.
No, he was straight, but he was with some friends. I'm not sure.
At a gay bar?
You know what? What is telling them going to accomplish if you're not doing anything dangerous, if you're having a good time doing what you're doing,
What if
whatever
you
it
weren't
is?
bi? Would you have to announce that to them?
What?
What if you weren't bi? Would you have to announce that to them too?
Oh, well, I would think that they would just assume that I'm straight if I...
All right. Well, listen, they're half right. I mean, look, we run into this all the time, and maybe it's not totally analogous, but when you're 15 or 16 and heterosexual, you don't announce to your parents, "Hey, Dad, sniff my finger." Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't tell them what you've been doing. The last thing you want is a 15 or 16-year-old is to share any of that, whether it's you masturbating or some chick you dig, or some porno you got. I mean, that's just none of their business.
Or the guy with the pretty eyes,
right? And if you're gay or you're bisexual, it's still none of their business. It's your sexuality.
As long as you're careful with what you do,
right?
And you're not hurting yourself or anyone else. It's not really their business.
Why does he feel like he's hiding?
And that whole part of living a lie is such nonsense.
Tim living a lie.
It's BS.
Well, because it's like, look, people at your work don't need to know what your sexual proclivity is.
It's like if you masturbate, you don't tell everybody. You're living a lie.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, actually, I do tell everybody.
Yeah, but that's you. That's you.
I went into work today and told everyone about these. I got this porn on a DVD. And my DVD player broke down on my big screen TV, and the DVD went on the fritz. But I remember I have these virtual reality DVD goggles.
Yeah, he's got those too.
I sold them.
Oh, you sold them?
They suck.
Yeah, but you ever watch porn on those?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
I took him on a plane one time, and I felt like a total moron.
Yeah, he had the glasses on. You should have seen him sitting back there like this. He looked like a moron.
Yeah. I did that. You got to put a blanket over your head.
It was a
so
moment, you know, where like look
that.
at him with he looked like Ray Charles.
Yeah, it looks like one of the guys from Star Trek.
I like Johnny Mnemonic or something.
It was
Which was a terrible film in itself.
All right, so Trevor, we opt not to tell your folks about this because we would give that answer to a heterosexual guy who called too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's speak to Shauna, who's 15.
Hi, I'm Topaz.
Shauna,
Hello.
you're 15. What's up?
Well, I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and my doctor told me that I have like a really bad chance of being able to have babies because I had surgery, and they had me like on the Depo-Provera shot, so I won't bleed because when I have my period, it like hurts really bad and gives me really bad cramps. And well, my question was what is my chance of having babies, and why wouldn't I be able to?
Well, I don't know that anyone knows for sure why endometriosis affects fertility, but it does, and it typically does when you're in your 30s and late 20s. So if you are going to have babies, if you have them in your 20s, usually you do okay. So it's more an issue of having fertility problems, and the problems become more prominent as you get older.
And can you get around this with the fertility treatments and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, and treatment of the endometriosis, but it's a hassle for women to try to get pregnant when they have bad endometriosis.
Right, but all that stuff's kind of moving fast, isn't it? I mean, what percentage of society couldn't have kids 50 years ago, and what percentage can't now?
I don't know those numbers.
But it's quite different, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Okay.
But on the other hand, they believe now that they're more infertile couples by a large margin.
Oh, really?
They used to be, yeah.
Why?
People are more sexually active. They're waiting to get married. They're further along in life when they're trying to get pregnant.
Yeah. What about environment? They're worried about that?
No, the people are trying to get pregnant but can't.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, do you think there's something in the water?
No, it's that people last 20 years have been much more sexually active and getting tubal infections and things like that affect fertility.
Interesting.
And
God's punishing everybody for being heathens. Interesting.
We will fight the heathens.
Yeah, the heathens. I think I said heathens. All right, anyway, should we take ourselves a little break? You want to take one more call?
Break.
All right. Wait a minute. What about Casey? Think she's overweight? 6'1", 210. It's a lot of woman.
You're fat.
Casey? True, please. Casey?
Yeah.
You're a gal?
Yeah.
6'1", 210?
That's bigger than me.
That's a good
You're
size.
overweight.
I'm 6'0" and I'm 5'1".
Oh, listen, she'll kill herself. Don't please.
Look, please. Shavo looks like. Forget it. I'm not gonna get into it. But how much do you weigh?
I'm 210.
But you're 6'1".
Hey, while I'm thinking of it, something I did not say last couple nights. I've been talking about these transdermal contraceptives.
Yeah.
They're not for people over 198 pounds.
These patches?
The patches, yeah.
Why?
They don't absorb properly.
That's too much body mass?
I guess.
You gotta pop 2 of them on there?
Yeah.
You gotta lose 12 pounds.
Hey, Casey?
Yeah?
Are you overweight?
I think I am, but a lot of people say I'm not because I'm so tall.
Yeah, but when you ask people, they say no.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Big leg woman.
You know, you want to know how you can tell if you're fat is you have to cut somebody off in your car and see what they yell. Because they yell, "Hey, fat ass!" Okay, you know, if whatever they yell is what you are. If anyone wants to know what they are, like if they have like the monobrow like me, or the Brillo head, or the buck tooth, or whatever you are, you want to get a check on your ethnicity. You're not sure how people are reading that. Just cut somebody off, and whatever they'll yell,
They'll tell you straight out.
This dumb Mexican or whatever you are.
I called a stupid moron today. I had to stop the car. You yell out. And
Yeah, but see, a moron, that's just sort of ambiguous. That doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah.
Shut up, Carolla, hairy bastard.
If you want to know if you're if you want to know if you're fat, you got to cut somebody off, Casey. Well, Casey, I would say 210 is probably a little bit overweight, even for a tall gal like yourself.
Okay.
Maybe you go on a diet, lose a little that weight.
Yeah, I also have a problem with that because I also gain and lose weight very frequently.
Right.
Very often. Like, I'll, lose 10 pounds, and then, the next day I'll, gain it back.
Do you have big parents?
No, not at all.
Really?
Really, not at all.
How do you get a daughter that's 6'1", 210? I mean, that's good junior college outside linebacker size.
Meteor fell in the backyard.
My parents are...
Radioactive.
Small. Do you have brothers?
that was dog dude.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, this may be a struggle for you there, Casey. But at 16, by the time you're 21, you could be 6'9", 355 or something. I mean,
Keeps growing. She'll be 36 and she'll be 4'10".
All I'm saying is maybe you should think about getting under 200.
Okay.
Just exercise and don't eat any junk. It's just pretty basic. I mean, you know how to do that, right?
Having a lot of sex works. No, honestly, it's a good cardio exercise.
Eat more often, less portions. That'll help you. And drink a lot of water.
And easy on the baklava. and do you play any sports at school?
Yeah.
They recruit you for the volleyball, the basketball team?
Well, I'm kind of I'm in between swim team and cheerleading.
Cheerleading.
Yeah, so it's kind of off and on.
Oh, okay.
You must be pretty then.
Huh?
You must be pretty.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, well, just, don't eat too much, drink a lot of water, and get some exercise.
All right, I love you guys.
You'll be fine.
You rock.
Thank you.
Take care.
I'm listening to your CD right now.
Oh, bring it.
Awesome.
Take care there, Casey.
I'm
trucking in.
Oh,
Bet you wonder where
This
we've
my
been.
cheer.
We're a team that can't be beat. Because we're funky on our feet. There's a whole move that goes along with that.
I'm here, David Allen Greer. He's got a much better
David
show.
Allen Greer is pretty, but he's like that sassy black cheerleader.
See my finger, see my thumb. We got the ball, you better run. S-O-C-K-I-T, sock it to me. Baby, my head is aching, my hips are tight, and hips are shaking from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cash check, don't take no job. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, baby, we gonna win. Ow!
Go Lancers.
And then you like big women. And for the middle.
Oh, yeah. David Allen Greer, really.
That's hilarious.
He does crack
He's
us
too
up.
much.
All
right.
Someone
You ready to take a break here?
brought up a term today that I have not heard in about 2 years of yours, rockoculus.
Oh, rockoculus. Yeah. Rockoculus. Yeah, it's kind of rockoculus.
What does that mean?
Well, removes the dick from ridiculous and replaces it with
Rockoculus?
Rockoculus.
I never heard that word before.
Yeah. All right. We got to take a little break. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Matt Stone and Trey Parker from South Park and Baywatch. And you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, yo, Loveline. I'm Adam and Drew, yeah. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. We got John and Chavo here from System of a Down. Toxicity's the name of the CD. And let's get back to the phones and speak to Ryan, who's 17. Ryan?
Hi, I have a question for System of a Down.
Here they are.
I live in like the Clearwater, Tampa area, and you guys haven't played here for a while. Like since I moved down here, you had a few shows, and they were canceled. I was just wondering if you guys had anything that was coming around here, because I'd really like to see you guys.
Where do you live again?
Tampa. Yeah, Tampa area.
Last time we canceled because of the hurricane.
But there's a hurricane?
Yeah,
how dare you, John? How dare you?
I know, huh? No, remember Hurricane Georges? That was called?
Georges?
Georges?
I think it was right next to Champagne. Anyway, we'll be out there probably in April. We're going to be doing like a full North American tour, as Spinal Tap coined the phrase. And we will be out there. You can expect us.
And I'd like to say congratulations for being nominated for the Grammy.
Thank you, dude.
That's really great. And I also named my cat Chop Suey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cute.
So thanks for the music. I'm really, really glad. A lot of, real fresh, none of the real, like, the new metal,
Oh.
Thanks for not labeling us new metal.
See you, Ryan.
You're the bomb.
Thank you guys. And,
You're the bomb.
as long as you guys are coming out with records, I'm going to be there every day.
Thank you, man.
The first day buying it, because, I'm all about you guys.
Well, as long as there's people like you, we'll be making records.
I didn't know you guys got nominated for a Grammy.
Yep, we did.
That must have been very recently, right? When did those
Monday.
Grammys come out?
Was it Monday? Monday.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Best rock performance, I think.
You want me to go with you?
Please.
Let me.
I do need a date.
We're not actually sure that we're going to be able to go because we're going to be on tour.
Well, let me go over there and pick it up for you, because let me
Go for it.
Play maga 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 pow maga 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 pow maga 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 pow 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 maga 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 maga. First off, I could sing it, but here's what I'm saying.
Sing the Grammys.
I went with the Dixie Chicks and won those bitches 2 Grammys. 2.
Maybe you could get us 2 Grammys. We're only nominated for 1, though.
Yeah, we'll get.
I could probably grab you 2. They were only nominated for 1 too, but I grabbed one
2?
from Garth Brooks. Yeah.
He just took it and
I got him liquored up at the after party. Stole it from him.
No, but I hope we get to go. I think they'll fly us in.
All I'm saying is I've been to 1 Grammys with 1 group, and that group walked with 2.
That's good. You should come with us, then.
Just FYI.
The rabbit's foot.
All right.
So if you guys are interested in bringing home a little hardware, you
We
take
should
the
take
Ace
some
Man. That's all.
with us.
All right. Let's talk to Anna, who's 20. Anna,
Hi.
what's up?
My question sounds a little strange. I'm seeing this therapist, and I've been seeing her weekly for about 2 months. And she's decided she wants me to get a psychological evaluation.
Okay.
And I really don't want to. And she's gotten to the point where she says she won't see me anymore unless I do.
Why don't you want to?
Because I'm fairly certain with the reason she wants me to see, they're going to say, okay, she's a nut, put her on medication. And I don't think that...
Well, there's a couple things.
Drew, wait a minute. What do you do with a psychological evaluation?
It helps determine what's going on diagnostically, so you can figure out.
Yeah, but how does it go?
You just take a bunch of tests, a bunch of questions, or it seems sort of disconnected.
Do you get angry, or do you ever feel this way or that way?
Right.
All right.
Right. And listen, tests are not done to determine whether or not you're nuts, and whether or not you're nuts has nothing to do with whether or not you need medication. So all these things are bizarre misconceptions on your part. So if your doctor feels they need some clarification of what's going on with you, and you would like help, I can't imagine why you wouldn't do it.
I'm worried later in life. Right now I'm only 20. I'll let you know that. I'd like to get into politics or be a police officer, and I'm worried that if I'm actually diagnosed with something and they put me on medication...
Well, they're already diagnosing you. I can guarantee you there's already a diagnosis written down. And
she said she's not qualified to do that.
In order for her to see you, she has to give a diagnosis.
Yeah, but when she gets drunk, she tells her friends.
Now, for her to have a formal diagnosis, a thorough diagnosis, it needs to be done with psychological testing.
Hey, but Anna?
Yes?
Why are you seeing this woman in the first place? Is this your idea?
Yeah, I've had a lot of crap in my life, and she's just my outlet to vent.
All right, so you're going on your own accord, and you have a good relationship with her?
Oh, I think she's wonderful. She's the only therapist I've ever liked.
And you trust her, and obviously she's trying to do what's in your best interest.
I feel like I'm setting myself up to fail, though. The reason she wants me to see she wants me to have a psychological exam is because I believe in, I don't know, it sounds silly, like supernatural. I believe that there are things beyond us. I have a hard time believing that once you're dead, that's it.
All right.
And she says that I have, how did she put it? Perception problems.
Yeah,
And
what
she's
is it?
worried that I'm going to hurt my child, which is completely ridiculous.
What child?
Do you have a child?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
one.
Okay. Where's Daddy?
Mine or his?
His.
I'm married. Right now he has duty. He's on the ship.
Okay. All right. You sure law enforcement is a great angle for you?
Oh, I would love it.
I mean, you know, it's like because you could shoot people without thinking about it because they're all going somewhere, according to you, after you kill them. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not a violent person at all. I like helping people. I spent my Christmas taking dinner and clothes to the homeless. I love helping people. I like to be in politics.
All right.
I
All right.
really-
But
Listen,
politics, you don't really help people. You usually lie to people.
No. It's all about, taking pictures with chrome hard hats on in front of dirt lots where they're building YMCAs. Hey, Anna, I think you should listen to your therapist and do whatever she asks you to do and realize that your reticence about doing it may be part of
It is
the
absolutely
problem.
part of the problem here. Absolutely.
It's actually a test because my shrink did this too. He said, "I'd like you to be formally evaluated." And I said, "When do we start?" And he said, "You just passed, son. Now sit back down." And then I defecated on the coffee table.
Recaucus?
I recalculated on it.
Recalculated.
No, but listen, if you tell somebody, "Hey, I think you ought to have an evaluation," and they fight you, that means they failed the first question on the test. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like when a cop pulls you over and asks you if you thinks you need to take a breathalyzer and you take a swing at him.
Right. No way.
Yeah, that's probably a good sign that maybe you've had a few belts that night. That's
Puke
all I'm
on his
saying.
shoes.
Right. But listen, you could probably, Anna, you could probably ace this test, no problem. Just
Study real
write
hard.
the answers on your Peachy folder or something,
I don't want to have to lie.
Answer C to all of
and
them.
if they ask me, do you believe in ghosts? I'm going to tell them yes. And
Yeah, all right.
They're going to laugh at me.
No, they're not going to laugh at you.
Listen. Every black person believes in ghosts. Everyone who lives in the South believes in ghosts.
I'm from
That doesn't mean you're nuts.
What's great about those tests is that they can detect when you're lying.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And that will have meanings, special meanings diagnostically too.
All right, there, Anna. Just go. Listen, Anna, stop fighting with your shrink. She wants you to do something. You do it.
Did they
That's
get
all.
in and out in there and not ask us if we wanted some?
No big deal.
What's in there? What are you guys focusing out of there?
Well, we're looking into the studio now, and apparently there's
They
some
did
food
get in and
floating
out.
around.
That's in and out.
Do you guys seriously want in and out after eating 70 pounds of Armenian food?
Hey, we eat a lot. I mean, you can't tell by looking at me, but
Yeah.
I eat like a beast.
And there is always room for a shake.
Beast.
Rawr.
Rawr.
All right, Drew, let's get rid of Alex down here. He's
Get
going
him
to
out
hold
of
for 74 minutes.
There's sort of no answer to that one. So
Alex.
go ahead.
Well, then let's just tell him there's no answer. Alex, you're 16?
Yes, I am.
No answer.
You want to know what the hallucinogenic effects of nutmeg are?
Yeah, one of my friends was talking about it, and I was reading on the internet, and you're supposed to, if you eat enough of it, it's supposed to be, I don't know, you're supposed to hallucinate.
The answer is yes, that's correct.
Is it really?
Yes.
But if you eat
Yes,
enough...
Nutmeg?
yes, it's bad for you.
It is? How much
Is it like
nutmeg you got to
Robitussin?
eat?
I don't know. It's a lot, but you will get hallucinations.
Is it true if you drink a whole bottle of Robitussin, you get high?
Yes.
That's insane.
All right. Hey, Alex, you can't just go out and score some drugs. You gotta eat 40 pounds of nutmeg to get a buzz.
It's the healthy choice.
Well, no, my logic for it was that, if my parents find like a bag of weed or something, they're going to freak out. But if I can explain away nutmeg.
Right.
What, you got into a
Not good.
cooking
No,
class?
not good.
You tell them you're cooking up some eggnogs in your
No.
room that night and you needed to grate it on there.
Not believable.
All right. Hey, I don't know if you guys are hip to that, but fresh nutmeg grated over like a hot drink, like an eggnog, delightful.
I've
delightful.
never had nut.
Delightful.
I love
this.
it.
Let me tell you,
So good.
you guys took us to
I've
an
never had
Armenian restauant tonight. The next time we go out, we'll take you to our favorite nutmeg place.
So we can all get stoned.
White people just eat nutmeg. Like Drew, where are you from? From
Pasadena.
Germany or something?
Russian.
Yeah,
Pasadena. Where?
all us Caucasian
Russian.
guys from.
He's Russian.
We all sit around and
Privet.
we eat nutmeg.
Privet. Bonjour.
All right, we're going to take ourselves a break. We're going to watch finally the System of a Down. We're
going to
world
premiere it right now
on Loveline.
That's right, and then we'll come back and tell you how it was after this.
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm back. It's Dr. Drew. Adam is viewing. Oh wait,
whatever is it? What
there
did
you
it
are.
say?
I'm here with John from System of a Down, and Adam and Chavo are viewing a world premiere.
Yeah, we're right now we're in the middle of world premiering our video.
But listen, to just Adam, in fact.
There it is.
There's a question for you here from Elena. She's 14. Elena?
Yeah?
Hello.
Hi. Oh, my God. I love you guys.
Thank you.
I have a question. What do you classify your music under? Like, what is it?
That's not what it says up here on the screen.
Yeah.
What's your real question?
Yeah, I have another one. Like, before every show, you make fun of Darren for being a brain surgeon. What is that?
We do?
What?
I don't remember ever doing that. How do you know about that anyway, even if we did do it?
What happened?
Yeah, I read it on the internet. You guys make fun of him for...
I think he made that joke, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, we don't do it before every show, but he probably said it one time, and I don't know.
What joke?
He's not really a brain surgeon. He just plays one on TV.
All right. Well, listen, I just got done watching the new System of a Down video, and it really looked great.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, it was so... It was really clean looking, very vibrant looking.
It's no downstairs, upstairs, but it has qualities.
What made it so, I guess vibrant is a word that comes to mind. I mean, so clean, so sharp looking. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just the colors I had in my head. I see, because once you film, there's a process you have to go through that I had no idea about. Is the day after you film, you get all the footage you have, and you have to go and color the footage. So I had to go in the studio and color 17,000 feet of film that we shot.
And what kind of film did you shoot it on?
35.
Wow.
But I colored it like, okay, I took all the black side of the white world. That's why it's so crisp. And you see gold and white only. And then our blacks are just the clothes, the clothes.
Yeah,
black world, I took out all the whites. So it made the black more.
Yeah, it's really, it's really...
That's what those contrasts are.
Yeah, it's really sharp looking.
Because the song to me is black and white in my head. I just see it that way. So.
Yeah, it looked great. So that's going to be on, like I said, on MTV probably about the 15th. So you should definitely look out for that because it just looked great. And when we saw it under not great conditions.
My girlfriend was pressing the button every 2 seconds for the Panasonic sign to come off.
All right, let's get back and talk to. Do we want to hear another song?
Oh, yeah, we need to.
We've
only listened to one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What song do we want to hear?
Deer Dance? Is that what it is?
Deer Dance, yeah.
All right. Yeah? You queued up there, Anderson? All right. Here's another one from System of a Down. There you go. System of a Down. Toxicity is the name of the CD. You guys get approached to do, like, soundtrack stuff?
Actually, I have a story to say. Dude, I saw that movie, Not Another Teen Movie, and our song is in there. And we never gave him the right. Well, you did?
Yeah, we did.
You were stoned.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, you did.
I'm tripping. I'm watching.
John specifically gave it for you.
Wait a second, what song?
John already spent your money, so it's cool.
I didn't know I did.
Yeah, you did. Shop, you knew. Just trust me.
I didn't get paid for it.
Shop, trust me, you did.
Shop,
you know about it.
I don't know about it. I never was told.
You know what you did with your share of the money? Bought a bong.
No,
and some baklava.
Shab, I know you know about it because I told you personally.
I didn't know. I was.
Look, I'm with you. I don't know anything either.
I was tripping. I'm watching the movie. I'm going, they didn't ask us for that. That's messed up. I got to go call my management. I'm going to call everybody.
No, it's great because you get stoned and you get to enjoy things twice.
Nutmeg,
movies, everything.
My mom's not listening, is she?
All right,
yeah, she is.
Not this late.
Yeah, she is. Trust me.
Stacy, real quick.
Up.
What's up, Stacy?
You dyed your pubic hair pink?
Good. Hooligan. That's not true, but I'm actually 13.
You're 13.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Darren, I love you, and Shower, I love you too. Oh my God, you guys like gods to me.
Darren's not here though, but his family
I
listens.
met him at Disneyland.
I think this is the record for
just came to
number of bogus questions posed in order to get through to the band.
Yeah. And like I said, you've arrived when every call on there is for System of a Down, and then the ones that aren't for System of a Down are bogus, and they're for System of a Down.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Shower, we actually snuck into the pit at Acoustic Christmas with my friend.
You guys were in there?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, and like you do this weird thing with your eyes, and you like lean back and you play your bass. You know what I'm
All
talking
right.
about?
See you, Stacy. We got to run.
Okay.
All right, Stace. He knows what he does, but he.
Oh my God! Somebody hold the phones! I can't believe that.
We need those guys back.
Do you think he knows? He didn't know he got paid for the soundtrack for Not Another Teen Movie. You think he knows about the eye roll?
I play bass?
What? What band? Seriously, who told me about that? You did not.
I told you personally.
I don't remember it.
You know,
I thought Metro was on Dracula 2000. How did it go on
Let
two
me-
movies?
Hold on, let me talk to John for a second. After the break, I'm going to announce the Grammy nomination to Shavo.
What? What did you say about the Grammys?
Let's not give it away.
No, it's not here.
No, okay.
Here, I'm going to pull up.
That's it for the show,
Carolla here.
fellas. I want to thank Shavo and
We're not
John
leaving.
for coming
We're
in
not
here.
going anywhere.
You can sleep here tonight. Well, the weekend, actually.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Sing it for me.
System of a Down, everybody.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you guys could go see us in Australia.
All right, we'll
Did
be
you hear
there.
about that? I heard it on the radio today.
You just found out you're going to Australia?
You can win
Grammy, Adam. Grammy.
tickets to a
Tell 'em.
Grammy.
Oh, yeah. I'll see
That's
you.
only for Kara.
I'll see you cats at the Grammys. I want to thank Tara, Don't Call Me Tara, goddamn, for doing a great job on the phones, and Damien for doing a great job on the phones, and producer Ann for doing a great job. And
You scared these guys.
And I want to thank Engineer Anderson for working his sweet, sweet magic behind the board. So until next time.
I'm gonna make love to you, woman. I'm gonna lay it down by the fire. Caress your heavenly body.
This is Adam Kroll for Dr. Drew saying, mahalo.
System of the Down.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.